Well, hello everybody. It's Marty Smith for PokerCalculatorReport.com, introducing to you today a new piece of software called Tournament Shark from the same makers of Smart Buddy, a program that I favor as well. A new program that is basically a poker assist tool, and what it does is offer you opponent data based on your opponent statistics when playing in multi-table tournaments and sit and go tournaments. And that includes short or heads up action. All of that information is basically available to you while you're using Tournament Shark. Now, if that sounds familiar in, let's say, like a Shark Scope or Poker Prophecy kind of way, well, it is, except that this is a program that you run on your system. You don't have to go to a website. Even though it is data mining, this program has actually been approved by PokerStars, so you're not going to have any problems with it. And all of the information is up there and legal. It's basically just a collective of tournament results. As far as access goes right now, PokerStars and Full Tilt Poker, all of their tournaments are available, and the multi-table tournaments on Poker Room and Absolute Poker. Of course, Tournament Shark adds sites as the program is developed, but the big two are on there, so if you play on either one, this might be something to look at. I'm just going to log into Full Tilt Poker here, and we'll show a quick example of this as it runs right now, and I'll just find, for example, a sit and go. Now, keep in mind, this is equally applicable to sit and go tournaments and multi-table tournaments. And there's specific data for each one because a player's data for each one might be kind of different as well. So I've just logged into this sit and go tournament that is just starting right now. All right, so we drag this down. You can minimize it here as well, and then you can see tournament indicator in the back, so you can run to the both of them flawlessly. And I have been doing that over the last week since its pre-release. You can see player name, games played, average profit, average return on investment. These are very similar statistics to SharkScope that you might be used to. Total profit or loss, wins versus losses here right now. As you can see, some of these statistics are still being built on because it is a new software program, but I have found statistics for virtually every player here so far while I've been running it. So they have been data mining for long enough time to actually have some statistics. Interesting set of new variables here in terms of ranking your opponents, and these percentages basically refer to what stage a tournament your opponent exits based on a percentage. So if he has an early finish, early middle finish, middle late finish, and the late finish. And I'll be getting into how you should extrapolate what your opponent's playing style is based on these finishes in another article. But safe to say here right now that, let's say, for example, you have early percent finishes. The guys who have the lowest early percent finishes are usually the tightest players. If they are in a hand, well, they probably got something. We also have who has a high early percent finish. So the difference there, 11% there, 36% here. That is a drastic difference in playing style. Maybe this player is sort of like a go for it, maybe like a double up or get out type of player. Even though this is a sit and go tournament, you can actually look at opponents, at these opponents' statistics in their multi-table play as well. So if they have been ranked there, activity is going to show up here. So you can switch back and forth. But since we're in a sit and go, we are going to stick to a sit and go. And if you're at a six-person table, then you should be figuring their stats at a six-player table as well. It's pretty much seamless integration. I find, just like it is with SharkScope or Poker Prophecy, that once you get a handle on who you're up against, that you can minimize this, maybe refer to it later. Okay, well, we have a player here, 24% early percent finishes, and let's just compare that for a sec on tournament indicator. We've only been running for 5 hands here. 60% VPIP, pre-flop raised 20%. So yeah, that's an aggressive, it's loose, that fits in keeping with the statistics with Tournament Shark here as well. So, you have to keep in mind, players like that, sometimes they get fortunate and sometimes their aggressiveness pays off. And as you can see, he either finishes early a lot or late a lot. If it's a profitable strategy, then something to look into as well. So, of course, you can see the full review for Tournament Shark on my site at pokercalculatorreport.com. I really like this program. So far, it has worked very well. This, to me, is a bit easier than going to the external sites. It's also, I think, really the death knell for a program called Poker Prophecy, if you've ever used that in sit and go tournaments, because while not only was that an overlay feature that I really don't prefer, it is also banned by a few sites. And this one, Tournament Shark, was actually pre-approved by PokerStars with a slight adjustment to the ROI display, but is working. That's how software designers really have to go about it these days. Get in touch with the sites, find out is good and allowed and effective and marketable. Anyway, this is Marty Smith. You can go to my site again, pokercalculatorreport.com. See all of Poker Calculator's review. By the way, I do have a new article there discussing VPIP and its effect on certain other statistics and what VPIP actually means to your opponent's profile, so you can have a read there. Anyway, take care. It's Marty Smith. Ciao.